Hello, I'm Annette Young and welcome to the 51%, a show about women reshaping our world. Coming up, what happens when the manufacturer of razors decides to create an advertising campaign that challenges the very worst of male behaviour while encouraging them to do better. We also take a look at an innovative program for preschoolers in Iceland aimed at deconstructing gender stereotypes. And the Paris restaurateur who actively seeks to employ migrant women struggling to find work and whose dishes end up being featured on the menu. But first to our top story, and a new Me Too themed advertising campaign released by the razor brand Gillette is stirring controversy among some of its consumers. The ad takes on negative male stereotypes that might previously have been brushed aside under the adage that boys will be boys. But it's earned the company both praise and abuse, as Ellen Gainsford reports.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual harassment.
Masculinity.
Taking aim at toxic masculinity, Gillette's new advert flips the narrative on what it means to be a man, tackling issues including the Me Too movement, bullying and sexist behaviour.
It's been going on far too long.
The clip scored more than 4 million views on YouTube in the 48 hours after it was published and has polarised opinion, earning praise from some.
I am so impressed with this new Gillette ad. It is so bold. It's so inspiring. Yes, let's stop making excuses for toxic masculinity.
What it's telling us is that we as men need to improve ourselves, not be selfish, think about others, and think about how we can mature.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But also sparking outrage from many commentators who said they wouldn't buy the brand again.
I've used Gillette razors my entire adult life, but this absurd virtue-signalling PC guff may drive me away to a company less eager to fuel the current pathetic global assault on masculinity.
Clarifying the advert, Gillette put out a statement. The company said that as it encourages men to be their best, it has a responsibility to make sure it can promote positive, attainable, inclusive, and healthy versions of what it means to be a man. Putting their money where their mouth is, Gillette has also promised to donate $1 million a year for 3 years to non-profit organisations with programs designed to inspire, educate, and help men to become role models for the next generation.
To Iceland now, a country that constantly ranks #1 in the world for gender equality, but some preschools are taking it a step further. They're using an innovative method aimed at countering stereotypical gender roles, where girls and boys practice behaviours usually associated with the other sex. This report by France 2 Television.
It's still dark when children go to school in the morning in Reykjavik. This isn't your run-of-the-mill nursery school. First thing, the girls warm up with some lively exercises. While the boys have a more mellow start to the day. Then it's meditation time. Children are taught to go above and beyond what's considered normal for boys or girls. Girls walk barefoot in the snow to toughen them up and teach them to be daring. It's an activity thought up by the school's founder, Margrét Pála, a well-known figure in Iceland.
Let's warm up our feet. Well done.
We are so strong and we dare to do whatever we want to do. Break the mind frame. What can a girl do and what can she not do? Break the mind frame.
Boys also participate in activities that counter what's expected of them by gender norms. And they're encouraged to show affection.
Women and girls have no monopoly on emotions.
Boys and girls only have an hour together a day. Any more, according to Margaret, and the boys start to dominate the girls and take over the space. They build bonds through games with strict rules.
We want them to respect each other, so this is all about respect and real communication.
1 in 10 children in Iceland goes to this type of private nursery school. The teaching style was criticised when it first emerged 30 years ago, but very quickly, parents became huge fans.
I think it's strong to be able to show feelings and to show others.
They start on equal footing this way.
There are also primary schools of this type in Iceland, though they stop before secondary. So what's the impact of this type of schooling in the long run? These teenagers and former pupils are its most ardent defenders.
It makes life easier to be strong and stand up for myself and can just say whatever I want to say.
And what of the criticism that so much cuddling could make the boys too sentimental?
Do you feel like a boy? It depends on your perspective of what a boy means, but I think being kind is way more important than being harsh and strong. If everybody were kind, the society would be the world would just be better.
These gender-defined schools have received numerous awards, and waiting lists to get in are long. The model has also been exported to Sweden and Norway.
Moving on, and a Paris restaurant has decided to take a rather unusual approach to hiring staff. The owner made the decision to recruit female migrant employees who've been struggling to find work. Now they have the opportunity to not only cook, but also help Parisians discover their cultural dishes.
For 14 years, Sophie Lawson had a top job in a big corporation, but she didn't find it fulfilling. So she decided to start her own business. Situated in the north of Paris, Mama Yuka opened its doors in February 2016. In the kitchen, unemployed women from the local area are now using their culinary talents.
The idea is to give women work, women who'd been at home unable to find a job because of a lack of qualifications, poor French, lots of reasons, but who might be gifted cooks, for example.
Mali, Algeria, Cambodia, Guinea-Bissau. The women come from all over the world. Aramata used to work as a cleaner, as did Diare. But after 15 years, she suffers from a bad back. Her speciality is this Senegalese fish dish.
I learnt this from my mother. I'm very happy as I like to cook. I'm very happy at Mama Yuka.
Hanan El Kouki is the only chef with experience working in restaurants.
We adapt the menus. They wouldn't cook carbonara pasta, for example. You'd never see that at Mama Yuka. We have a diverse menu that reflects the cook's origins.
She's had to expand her knowledge of exotic produce.
This is dragon fruit. It's used in a lot of Asian cooking. It has a very delicate flavour.
The Khmer salad is new on the menu. Sina's from Cambodia. She's introduced new oriental flavours to the restaurant. The recipe has Thai basil, coriander, red and green peppers and carrots. Also on the menu, a Senegalese recipe, tiboudian, and a Moroccan salad. The dishes cost between 5 and 7 euros. You can eat in the restaurant or take away.
It's like home cooking.
Mama Yuka also has a successful catering business.
It's a race against time. We always say we'll be better organised next time.
The restaurant already has a turnover of 350,000 euros, 11 employees, and Sophie hopes to expand the project.
And finally, here's something to truly kick off 2019. Most of you by now would have heard about the video featuring 21-year-old American college student athlete turned viral sensation, Caitlin Ohashi. And you can see why millions of people have watched her perfect 10-floor routine at a college meet. Truly impressive. And that's it for now. You can also connect with us via our Facebook page, that of course being France24.51%, or do send us a tweet at _51%. So until our next show, bye for now.